Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a starseed reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate with you. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. I praise the creator of all, supreme, omnipotent, and in all things. I praise all of the high and virtuous spirits who have walked the way of eternal light and love. I praise all of our ancestors from Mother Africa, who is the mother of the entire human race. I praise all of the spirits who died during slavery, in the Middle Passage, around the world, here in the United States, during Jim Crow, and today. Great Spirit family, since you are free of body and form, we know that you now have greater wisdom and greater power. We ask that you hear the call of your child and come protect us. Use your greater power and influence to help us solve our problems of money, health, family trouble, and racism. We ask that you somehow give us a sign that you are pleased with your children and that you are receiving our worship. Benevolent ancestors, open the gates of wealth to our people and guide us in the wisest and most effective ways to help all of Earth's children live harmoniously. Help us to remember we are part of the whole, part of God, part of each other. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, guys, let's get into this spirit reading. I am using the Starseed Oracle deck as well as the Work Your Light Oracle deck, okay? And it looks like you guys are transforming because that is the first card out. All right, we got some transformation going on. The cards that we have from the, what is this? The Starseed Oracle deck are Temple of Perfected Essence, okay, Temple of Meditation, and the Chamber of Inspiration. But what stood out to me the most at the bottom of the deck was the Chakra Kabbalah. All right, and you guys have had this card before, but it's coming out again because I told you guys in some readings a little while back that I am feeling the need to balance out, to tell you to balance out your chakras. I mean, even for myself, we all need to balance our chakras out daily, but there are energies that are causing us to be more uplifted, getting us closer to spirit, okay, getting us closer to our guides and our higher self, that the only way for that to happen effectively is if we have balanced chakras. So all of your chakras, all right? All of your chakras need to be balanced. One of the ways to know which ones are out of alignment is kind of scan your behavior and your emotions and feelings. That will indicate where something is either open, closed, out of balance, depleted, or being overused, okay, as far as the energy flow, because the whole purpose of the chakra system, I mean, some people like to, when they look at it from a negative aspect, they may call it, sorry guys, just want to turn this TV off. They may call it like a prison, but it is a way for your energy to, the energy is going up and it's going down all at the same time. Okay, so in this 3D reality, you are a vortex in and of yourself. Okay, gravity is created around you, creating a vortex around you that created the matter that is you, that brought down all of the material in order for you to stay here and stay down and take form, right? But you're not meant to only be stuck down here. And that's the purpose of your chakra system. It allows that same energy that came down to come back up. It's just harder going back up. You know, it's the same thing when you're going up and down a hill. Okay, it's very easy and fast to go down a hill, but then when it's time to go back up, it's hard. Okay, your muscles start hurting, it starts to cramp, it starts to ache, you want to stop, and then you kind of want to just go back down, you know? So that is an issue that some of you guys could be having right now. It's like, you know, I'm feeling the aches and pains of my Kundalini energy rising, me rising back up, okay? My most primal, real, energetic self starting to rise, okay? And I told you guys before, like, that's when you could be feeling a certain sense of anxiety or pressure to be more aligned to your purpose, because you can feel your energy rising. And then as it rises, it's coming in contact with blocks, okay, or closed chakras. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So if we are talking about our chakras and allowing our Kundalini energy the ability to freely go up and go down throughout our system, the one thing we have to do is ground. And that is what we are being told today, because at the top of the deck of our Work Your Light Oracle cards is get grounded. All right. So let me get this for you. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Where's my book? And I mean, I've already learned about having to switch my routine up for getting grounded. Like, I tried getting, y'all know, try getting that puppy, try keeping Rocco here, and that did not work out. So I'm going to have to try a new routine or system. Give me 1 sec. So get grounded, get grounded. That is on... There it is. Sorry. Get grounded. Okay. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. All right. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. It says you are being called to get grounded to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pulled this card and you are very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person, it says you are very likely an empath or highly sensitive person, and you need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are 2 types of people: those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It's easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature. Put your hands on a tree. Your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. Do something to get grounded and connect with the earth. I mean, and granted, if you do have a pet, that is a great way to get grounded, because pets are a part of nature. Animals are a part of nature. We're all a part of nature, but you know, with the way we live, we get disconnected. If you can't get outside, like, I don't know how cold it is in certain areas that you guys are in, ingesting nature is important. So your fruit and vegetable intake, make sure that it's nice and high, okay, so that you have Mother Nature within, all right? Definitely, this makes a lot of sense. I mean, we got the Kabbalah chakra here. We have get grounded. This is important, okay? Because you guys are energetically feeling all kinds of things right now. Your next card in the deck is transformation. Transformation. Okay, let me get this for you. Transformation. Transformation says things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Okay? Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago, or who you will be. You are not who you were a year ago, or who you will soon be. You're not the person in the past, and you're not your future self yet. All right? Okay? So it says you are in between. Emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. It says, you will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within your cells. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in fight or flight freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. That's what we were just talking about in the beginning. When the Kundalini starts to rise, it's going to start hitting the blocks, okay? Things that you've been harboring that have not been released yet. And it more than likely stems from our childhood and things we carry on into adulthood, okay? So it says, old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe, okay? So some of us have patterns and different things that we do to calm ourselves down that are unhealthy. So now you're being asked to find a new way, something different in order to soothe yourself, okay? Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card, okay? Saturn, Black Madonna, and the goddess Oshun influence this card, all right? It says Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you are in this phase, do not put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regimen, which we've been talking about, okay? Or getting energetic healing support. It says you may also need to consider some kind of emotional support as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. You are deeply loved. So whether that be talking to a friend or a therapist or maybe a reader, if that's who you share information with, anyone who can help you process whatever is coming up, because sometimes it's just there's this thing where you just wish things never happened, and wishing something never happened does not process it. Okay. I've had that issue. Sometimes I talk to God and I go, are you sure this is the best way to evolve? Like, is it the best thing to, come down in this densest form of matter, learn these lessons and feel pain, and go through all of this stuff? And I know I'm questioning out of my human consciousness when I'm saying these things, because you can't totally understand the will of God. You can only be intuitively led and guided by the divine and just and follow suit, just follow what you know to be right, what the divine is telling you. But it doesn't mean it's not difficult. It doesn't mean you're not going to try to understand it, right? And some hurts, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, some things might not make sense if you only look at it from pain. If you can step outside of pain, okay, and try to come up a little bit and view things at different perspectives, view who's all involved in what happened and what lessons may be there, then you might be able to get over what occurred. And I'm not saying negate the pain, block the pain, but process it. And then, because time, like they say, time heals all things. Like, even if you break a bone, in time, it'll heal. It doesn't hurt anymore, So it's okay to process something. It's okay to feel bad, because you really won't feel bad later, no matter what's happened to you. The only way to feel bad, constantly feel bad about the same thing, is to keep trying to ignore it, hide it, cover it up from people, cover it up from yourself. Let pride get in the way and make yourself feel like that should have never happened to me. And I'm too good for certain bad things in this life to happen to me. These are your blocks. That's your block. So if you process it, you can move on from it. You could possibly understand it. Okay. All right. So, but if you need help in that, definitely get help, because things hurt. Things hurt. And I don't know how great your pain is, and I'm not trying to diminish anybody's experiences at all, but we do have to get through them, and you have to find the way that works for you to get through your pain. All right? Definitely. All right, your next card is Awakening. Awakening. All right, give me 1 sec. Let me get that for you. Where you at? Where you at? They did not put this in alphabetical order for me. Okay. Awakening. All right. Awakening says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. okay? You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you at many levels. All right, transformation and awakening are talking about these changes that are happening internally, cellularly. This is saying on many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discover more and more about who you are and why you incarnated, okay? You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. All right, this is what's happening. It says the most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. That's the card at the top of the deck. Get grounded. Your Kundalini is rising. All right, that's the most important thing. It says share experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them, okay? While you're integrating these experiences. You need, like I told you, whether it be a therapist, a tarot reader, or a close friend who understands, the spiritual aspects of life. So journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging, okay? This is why the Kundalini is rising. This is why you're going through the angst and feeling this pressure. It's because your gifts are ready to come out. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into the world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world, which is all that full energy, full air energy, radical energy that I've been picking up. Uranus energy, Aquarius energy. Things are changing and you are the reason why things will change. You'll be a part of that change. Either you're going to create something or you're being asked to be of service. It says, or perhaps you're being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following work your light activation. And it says here, I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. All right? Woohoo! Okay. Guys, get into this. All right? Don't be afraid of this process, because on the other side of it are your gifts and your ability to raise your consciousness. All right? Raising your consciousness. So we have Pleiades. You guys get this card a lot, okay? Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. All right? Let me get that for you. Come on, where you at? Pleiades, all right. All right, so Pleiades says, channeling and uplifting humanity. The Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology, which is what Awakening was saying. So something is being birthed. Something's being birthed out of you, right? So you're here to share something, all right? So, creations and technology. It says they have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission: to grow at a soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest. And so perhaps you have already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. It says, thank you. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence and unique light is needed, okay? Now, some of you guys have already started. This is, okay, so my readers and spiritual workers who are already doing some of the work does not mean you're not fully upgraded. You know, you still have to upgrade yourself. You're still in the process of evolution, but they are thanking you for already starting, all right? And it's not even just, and I know I said my readers and different people like that who are doing spiritual work. Everyone who is channeling higher energies within their work and channeling energies within their dealings with people on a day-to-day basis. Okay? Because I always feel that way when it comes to artists and people who use their hands is, you know, the things that you do, people can feel it from the person that made it. Your energy is still on there, you know, or the way you constructed a song, the way you painted a picture, the way you styled someone's hair, and the conversation that you gave while you were doing what you were doing. The way you, like I said, the way you interact with people on a day-to-day basis, they're thanking you for that, okay? But there is more to you, and there's more that you can do, you know? Don't be afraid of all of the ways in which you can express higher consciousness. However it comes to you, just let it happen, okay? Go with it, right? Okay, so let's get into these Starseed Oracle cards. Okay, so your very first card is Temple of Perfected Essence. Temple of Perfected Essence. Let me get that for you. Temple of Perfected Essence is divinity, honor, responsibility, and humility. Okay? Right. It says the Temple of Perfected Essence seals more light into the body pathways and circuitries, reinforcing one's highest spiritual purpose and instilling trust to attain one's ambition in a humble way. It encourages peaceful fulfillment through presence, feminine honor, and divine responsibility as it relates to using and perfecting one's gifts. It's a lot about gifts here. Talking about your gifts coming out, all right? And perfecting your gifts. That's why I say some of you are already doing things, but you can hone in and perfect those gifts even more. Assisting one in maintaining spiritual awareness and using that as a lens through which to see the entirety of one's life, recognizing the interconnected web in which all are needed and are necessary parts. Honor your divinity by continuing to use and perfect your spiritual gifts, taking responsibility for your own evolution. Okay, so the last part of the card was talking about taking responsibility for your own evolution. And for me, that is basically saying you have to find the resources that align with you in order to elevate, you know, your spiritual consciousness. Okay, that's the books. That is the physical routines. It could be like yoga, it could be Pilates, it could be running, it could be whatever it is that gets your energy moving, okay? And that gets you more aligned and grounded. It also means following your intuition towards the gifts that are unfolding within you, and the things that, you know, gifts you already have. What will enhance them? What can we integrate within whatever we're doing to make it better? Okay, bridging certain things together. It's your responsibility to do that, because I feel like a lot of you don't have teachers you can count on, okay? Or some sort of guide, you know, a physical person being a guide. And if you do, that's great. But I wholeheartedly feel that a lot of you don't. And that's okay, because I don't. You know, when it came to tarot, I had to teach myself tarot. I had to follow my intuition on a lot of things that I'm doing even now in order to get where I am and to continue, because it's not like I'm somewhere where I could just rest. I'm not. So that's what you have to do. But the thing is, don't be mad about not having a teacher or anything like that. It's because you already know. That's what most of these cards are saying. Like, things are you're being reawakened, and you've done this before, and you have double mission. You know, not only is your soul growing, but you're uplifting humanity. And if you are uplifting humanity, that means you've achieved something in a previous life, whether it be here on this planet or somewhere on another planet, in another dimension, wherever you come from, okay, wherever your soul resides or resonates to, you've done it already. So the thing that you have to do here is reawaken to it. It's the coming down in such a dense arena that causes the forgetfulness. But when we engage coming out of matter, that reawakens and we can remember who we are, what we're good at, and quickly find what we need to. All right, because here, look, there was a card. Hold on. It was, here it is, etheric reflector, spiritualization of matter, reflected light. Here, let me just read this for you really quick. Give me 1 second, 42. What it says is the etheric reflector. The etheric reflector converts matter into energy, changing the densities of flesh into more refined light-based materials to further spiritual development and to further spiritual development and the achievement of higher physical states. It also reflects the pure light from the higher realms, increasing one's capacity to understand and embody more forms and expressions of subtle energies. Allow the beams of light to clear and align your meridians to facilitate the body's shift into more spiritualized states. So remember, the Kundalini energy is meant to rise and fall, right? But we are in such a state, in such a system to where it doesn't promote truly rising, all right? They give you little false glimpses of what it means to be spiritual by giving you religion, capping your learning and your growth. And now that you're stepping outside of that, you get to learn how to rise. But then as you're learning how to rise and you're taking on new things, you're running into blocks, which is why you have to find the modes and exercises, whether they be mental or physical, that help you to release those blocks, to open or close, if needed, certain chakras. If there are leaky chakras, close them up. Things that are overused, because the one thing that happens, if one chakra is blocked, another chakra will be overused, okay? Because one is, all of them are connected. So when one is underutilized, another one will be overutilized, or multiple can be overutilized just because one isn't working right. And the main one that you have to keep working properly is the heart. They call it the unstruck sound. See, it takes two things to strike to make a sound, but there is no friction. There is no need for two things to hit each other in order to make a sound in the heart. The heart makes a sound without having any kind of friction. So what it asks you is, anything that ever hits the heart, clear it. That's the main place you have to have clear, because the heart is the center. It's the center to the higher chakras and the lower chakras, all right? When that's blocked, you are totally out of balance. You do not need this chakra blocked. And the thing is some of us have gone through things that our heart chakra was blocked in childhood. So we really have to take the time and energy to unblock that area to keep it nice and clear. If this chakra is on point, you're going to be on point. You will be on point. Even if you got to work on some other chakras, do a little extra work. If this one is good, you are definitely going to be able to trust your intuition. You may have times where you're like, but when your center is clear, you'll know and you'll feel more comfortable with the messages you receive. Because when it's blocked, you're not receiving anything. Whatever's coming down, boom, it's being blocked. Okay? It's being blocked. It's not doing that straight shoot. It's boom, going another way. So definitely be mindful of your heart chakra. Another thing, guys, so if you don't know certain exercises to do, or you can't think of what to eat foods and fruits or vegetables that are the color of the chakra. That will also help in the alignment of your chakra. When all else fails, grab something that matches the color, okay, of that chakra system. Yeah, and I mean, I'm literally, you guys are rising. There's a rising happening, okay? Matter is being transformed into spiritual energy, and it's really you just shooting your way up now without all these issues and problems and distractions. Okay. Let's go to your next card. We have Temple of Meditation, and it says communion, contemplation, higher mind. All right, communion. Okay, you're going back up to higher spirits, and you really are, because guys, look, I'm gonna read you this card. You have High Priestess, but I think behind High Priestess is the Council of Light. So you really are coming into communion, all right? As you rise up, you get to speak to your council, all right? Some of you may even see your council, okay? So let me do 69. It says Temple of Meditation, and then we'll go look at those other cards. Give me a sec. Okay, your Temple of Meditation, all right? It says, specifically for meditation, this temple invites one to enter the deep silence connecting inward through the breath to higher mind and the great I am. It is a quiet place for solitude and contemplation, receiving simply by being and remaining present, allowing any energies or information to appear through communion with one's soul and spirit guides. Sit quietly, empty your mind, to enter into a meditative theta state for deep communion with your soul and higher self, okay? Empty your mind and get into a theta state. What's really important is staying present. So we can't put our mind to the past and we cannot keep worrying about the future. We have to enjoy and be willing to sit in the now in order to sort of reach that state. Focus is one of the biggest things for any kind of manifestation, any kind of spell work, even talking to somebody face to face, but even talking to your guides, it's important to stay focused. You know, you want to tap into the right energy. You don't want to be all over the place. You're not going to receive properly if you're all over the place. If you are having all these issues, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, it is because your mind is in 1 million different places. Okay? You have to stop worrying about all the things that are on your mind. You have to put them in their place or not think about them for a time in order to receive guidance. Because that's the thing. I swear to God, look, I literally get guidance from commercials, from animals outside, feelings, literally feelings, okay? From the cards, when I pull cards on myself, you are always, I know that there are more than one way that I've seen spirit talk to me in my dreams. So when you feel yourself frustrated as I'm not getting a message, I'm trying to tell you, you are. You really are. You're getting a message. You're just discounting the message. Stop doing that. Stop discounting the messages you receive, especially if they are being repeated. Okay? If you see a repeating pattern or message or anything like that, you're being told something, you just don't think that that's what it is, and it is. When you engage the thing, you'll see how it's supposed to play out in your life. Just engage it. Just engage it. It was the same thing with tarot. It didn't make any sense to me. None. 0 cents until I engaged it. And then I found out how it was hidden from me. You know? How someone didn't tell me about it when I was actually getting read. You know, this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's always there. Whatever is for you has always been there. You just have to get into a state to listen and then be willing to go toward it. Go towards it. Yeah, really, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I was just in a state of listening. And that's why some of you guys got to get rid of these people, constantly looking for a distraction, dealing with exes, new people who aren't aligned to your destiny, because you guys even got this light. Don't dim your light. What does it say? Yeah, don't dim to fit in. Don't dim to fit in, because you want somebody around, somebody who understands you, but you're always around somebody who doesn't understand you. Sorry guys, we got a crow out here. That is my spirit guide right now. This is what I mean. This is how I know I'm on the money for what I'm supposed to be telling you. My spirit guides show up, okay? So because you have these people blocking you while they cheat and you wonder what they're doing, or while they distract you or judge you, whatever the case may be, this is all stopping you from seeing subtleties. God only yells when you're really in danger. But God does not, your spirit guides and things like that, they don't do that. They're not overly forceful. They want you to always choose. Free will choice. Now, some of you are so vital that your life is not going to be so great unless you go down this path. You'll just repeat cycles that you don't, want to deal with anymore, because you really came here for a reason and you need to fulfill your mission. I suggest you get on the right path if you haven't. But what I'm saying is sometimes you got to calm down in order, because that's what happened, right? That's what I was about to say. When I broke up with my ex, because that was such a mind fuck, okay? When things got calm was when I was able to hear and be like, really? Okay. All those times I was getting readings to figure out why my relationship wasn't working out. Not about me per se. Not about why I'm here. But then later on, when I was able to let that go, everything started happening to tell me who I am, because I switched my focus. All I wanted to do was heal. And in my healing, I was able to hear, right? Okay. All right. Don't mean to be like harsh with it, but sometimes you just really got to be willing to step away from something, even when you don't know if you're going to get something in return afterwards. I really wanted to be in a relationship, after that, because I felt like I deserved it. And just because it didn't happen, not even just because it didn't happen, I'm glad it didn't happen, because had I jumped into something so fast after that, I would not know that I am meant to do divination or anything else spiritual. Okay? I would have never known, because I would have been looking for a new distraction. All right? So, yeah. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Because this is what you guys are. You guys are priests and priestesses. Priests and priestesses. I'm about to read this for you. Give me a second. Priestess. Where you at? And don't let it fool you, men. My male viewers, because that's just the card that came up. Don't let the sex of the card fool you. There are priests and there are priestesses. As soon as I can find it for you, though. I swear, this book is so difficult. All right, here we go. 46. Priestess. It says, come on now. How are you being called to step up and lead? The priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, okay? Freedom and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. All right. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward to. Okay. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is in your tribe. Don't get stuck don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupations. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. Okay. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because at some point in your life, you long for someone to lead you. And I was talking about that earlier. Why, when I want to say card 71, responsibility, humility. It's your responsibility to evolve. Okay, you may not have been able to find anybody to help you, but it's because you already know, the thing you're searching for is already inside of you. You just got to let it come out, right? So it says, chances are, it's because at some point in your life, I'll reread the sentence. If you feel called to lead, chances are is that it's because at some point in your life, you long for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. You don't need to know the way. Just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. Let them find you, all right? And I know you guys will be able to do it. You will be able to do it. Just have some courage. Have some courage. Don't succumb to fear. And remember, you're not alone, okay? You are constantly being watched over, because that is right behind the high priestess or the priestess. Give me a second. I'm going to read this for you. Hold on. Council of Light. Council of Light. Okay. Council of Light. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. That's what I told y'all earlier. I said that earlier. I said they want you to choose. Man, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, all right. They cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team of helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of Earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your request and let them get to work. That's what I'm talking about. Put in your request and let them get to work. Where should I be going? What should I be working in? How should I be using my gift? They'll show you. They'll tell you. They'll direct you. If only you listen. If only you ask. You have to ask. There's no forcing. Okay? You have to ask. Oh man, I was gonna say something about that, about this council. Oh, it just slipped my mind. Give me a second. Thinking too much. I'm sorry, guys. I can't remember what I was gonna say. But yes, guys, it is time for meditation so that you commune with them. This is why these cards came out. Temple of Meditation, Communion. Ooh. Okay, your council. These are your ancestors. These are your spirit guides. All right. The last thing is Chamber of Inspiration. This is bliss, aspiration, and realization. All right, this will be your last card. Okay, give me 1 sec. All right, your Chamber of Inspiration. Okay, it says the Chamber of Inspiration activates the crown and soul star chakras with original and riveting thought, concepts, and enlightening impressions, stimulating new illuminations for the realization of one's ideas and aspirations, while bringing a blissful effortlessness to one's endeavors. Follow your inspired guidance to actualize your ideas and access states of true illumination. This will bring more comprehensive levels of self-realization. This whole reading has been about you accessing and reaching higher levels and unfolding your gifts, okay? Right now you have this 11/11 time frame, because I said, today is 11/11, let's do a starseed reading. For this gate, this portal, take the time to ground yourself. Another thing that I was thinking of would be a good thing to do would be like a 7-day chakra challenge. Like go each day, devote a day to balancing out a chakra. Okay, that could be an idea that you guys could do in order to get more into alignment, because you could end up doing that every day. From the root to the crown. Every single week if you feel like doing it that way, okay? Until you get what you're looking for, Sometimes you need to really ask and seek, what is it that you're looking for? And I'm not trying to make it like hard for you. I'm just saying, if you really want to know, you would try, or just be open. Sometimes you don't even have to try, y'all. I'm seriously, sometimes it is basically telling you all the time. You either miss it. Sometimes you miss it because you just weren't focused. But as soon as you tune in to what it is you're asking about, this is what they're saying. Focus. Ask me and I'll show you. And it'll be shown. You just have to say, okay. And if it feels odd, you just need to engage it. It felt odd to me. It did. But what did I have to do? Well, let me just try. And there are still things that I'm learning where I'm like, really? You want me to do that now? And when I'm doing it, I'm like, I see why. humble yourself. That's where it said humility, responsibility, and humility. Stop thinking you know everything. Like I was saying earlier about like, God, are you sure the only way to keep the creator evolving is to come down into something so dense, so heavy? Yeah, it is. You may not understand it because you don't like the experience, small part creator inside this body, but you will when it's all said and done, and it'll all work out if you follow your guidance. Things happen for you faster. That's the other thing I wanted to say to you guys. Once you determine what it is that you're supposed to be doing with your life, don't worry about nothing else. And I mean that as to say, shouldn't I be doing what everybody else is doing? Oh, everybody's into this now and that now. That is not your problem, not your issue. The new next trendy thing, you should not have to worry about. Knowing your purpose and following the path to purpose is so much more freeing because there are less things that you have to put energy to. You're going to move faster, grow bigger, and achieve. You won't have to reincarnate lifetime and lifetime over and over again on some simple stuff. That's what I'm saying. Don't let people hold you back. That's simple. That is simple. As difficult as it may be, when you get through it and you see it and you leave it, you go, wow, that was simple. That was so simple. I can't believe I was letting a person hold me back. I can't believe I was letting somebody who was unaligned and disconnected hold me back. All right? Don't let it happen. Okay? So that is the reading that I have for you guys. If it resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to book is in the description box below. If you would like to book a 30-minute recorded reading with me, go ahead and email me your name and date of birth. After you pay using Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, I will record your reading and email you a link back. The current Patreon playlist is also in the description box below. And I think I said it if I didn't. The group reading is going to be, the next group reading is on the 15th, which is in a couple days. That's going to be at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you want to participate, make sure to join Patreon because that is where the Zoom link will be. And pretty soon, as we get a little closer to Thanksgiving or, closer to the month ending, I'm going to be rolling out discounted prices on the readings, and it will be for the rest of November and all of December for holiday prices. Okay, so and we'll be in Sagittarius season soon, so definitely look out for updated prices on the readings very, very soon. All right, guys, I will see you later and enjoy the rest of your day. All right.